7 superfoods. One simple goal: protecting your kidneys before problems ever show up. Today, I will break down the 7 powerful foods that support your kidneys quietly, naturally, and scientifically. And if you're over 60, or if your kidney numbers have been creeping up over the years, this might be one of the most important videos you watch this month. But let me ask you something. Why are so many people doing everything right and still watching their kidney health decline? They cut out salt, they drink more water, they try to eat clean, yet their numbers stay the same. Their energy drops, their urine still looks abnormal. It doesn't make sense, right? I see this all the time. They're avoiding red meat. They're cutting back on coffee. They're watching every gram of sodium on the label. Some even give up their favorite foods entirely. They take their medications on time and follow every instruction. And still, the results don't move. Or worse, they move in the wrong direction. But here's the twist. There's one thing almost everyone overlooks. A small pattern in your daily choices that has nothing to do with how hard you try. It isn't about eating less. It isn't about drinking more water. It isn't even about cutting out sugar. It all starts with what your kidneys have to face from the moment your day begins. Your kidneys are not just filters. They are communication organs. Every bite you take, every nutrient you absorb, every shift in fluid or minerals sends a signal they must respond to. And the wrong signals early in the day can force them to work overtime, hour after hour, even if the rest of your diet is perfect. And here's the danger. When those early signals trigger inflammation, fluid imbalance, or spikes in waste products, your kidneys struggle from the inside out. You may not feel it. You may not notice it. But that silent overload can build for years before any doctor ever sees it on a lab test. That's why this video matters. Because today, I'm cutting through the noise. No fear tactics. No quick fixes. Just science-backed guidance that helps you make better choices, starting with the foods that actually support kidney function. So before we dive into the 7 superfoods your kidneys love, let's take a moment to understand exactly what these organs do and why they're so easily overwhelmed. This foundation will help everything else make sense. Let's start with the critical roles your kidneys perform every single day. When we talk about kidney health, most people think of one job: filtering waste. But the truth is, your kidneys do far more than that. According to the National Kidney Foundation, these organs are responsible for managing multiple life support systems inside your body every single hour of every single day. And understanding these roles is the key to understanding why the right foods matter so much. Your kidneys are your body's cleanup crew. They continuously remove excess fluid and metabolic waste, so it doesn't build up and overwhelm your bloodstream. But at the same time, they act as highly intelligent regulators. They decide how much water to keep, how much to release, and how much sodium, calcium, and potassium your body needs to stay in balance. Every heartbeat sends blood toward them, and they adjust their work instantly in response to your needs. They also help your bones and your energy levels in ways most people never think about. Your kidneys activate vitamins that support growth and cellular repair. They help control the production of red blood cells, which means they influence how much oxygen your tissues receive. When kidney function slips, people often notice fatigue, weakness, and even shortness of breath. Not because of toxins, but because of reduced red blood cell production. On top of that, your kidneys play a major role in regulating blood pressure through specialized hormones. They help keep your heart and circulation steady by adjusting fluid volume and releasing chemical messengers that control how your blood vessels tighten or relax. So when you think about your kidneys, think beyond waste removal. Think of them as command centers, quietly coordinating multiple systems at once. And to appreciate how remarkable they are, it helps to look at the process behind all of this. How exactly do these 2 small organs manage such a heavy workload every day? To answer that, let's take a closer look at how the kidneys actually work. To truly understand how to protect your kidneys, you need to know what these organs go through every single day. The process is far more complex than most people realize. and it begins the moment blood arrives from your heart. With every heartbeat, blood is pushed through an artery directly into each kidney, carrying waste products, fluid, and minerals that need to be balanced. Inside each kidney are millions of tiny filters called nephrons. Think of them as microscopic sorting stations. As blood flows through them, they separate what your body needs from what it must get rid of. Useful nutrients and clean fluid are sent back into the bloodstream, while excess waste and toxins are directed toward the pathway that will eventually become urine. It is a continuous cycle, running quietly in the background while you live your day. From the nephrons, waste moves into the ureter, the thin duct that carries fluid down to your bladder. There, urine is stored until your body is ready to release it. Meanwhile, the freshly cleaned blood returns to your veins and circulates back out to your organs and tissues. This loop never stops. In fact, your kidneys filter and manage around 200 quarts of fluid every 24 hours, and about 2 quarts of that leave your body as urine. The rest is kept and redistributed as your body needs it to regulate temperature, blood pressure, and hydration. It's an incredible system. And when you see how much work your kidneys handle, it becomes clear why the right foods matter. The next question is simple. Which foods actually support this system rather than stress it? To answer that, let's look at 7 powerful superfoods that give your kidneys the nutrients and protection they need. Here are the foods that almost everyone can safely enjoy. They are gentle on your kidneys, rich in protective nutrients, and support overall health without adding extra strain. These are the everyday superfoods your kidneys genuinely appreciate. Apples are one of the simplest and most kidney-friendly fruits you can add to your daily routine. They support healthy blood sugar, healthy cholesterol, and your kidneys benefit every time those two stay in balance. For older adults, especially those watching their kidney numbers, apples offer a gentle, reliable boost without placing extra strain on the body. What makes apples so helpful is their natural fiber, especially a type called pectin. Pectin slows the rise of blood sugar after meals and helps lower LDL cholesterol, 2 factors that strongly influence kidney workload. When your blood sugar and cholesterol stay stable, your kidneys do not have to work as hard to keep your system in balance. Apples also contain antioxidants, especially in the peel, including quercetin. This compound helps protect your cells from oxidative stress, something that affects kidney tissue over time. But like any food, apples can be overdone. Eating too many at once may cause digestive discomfort. People with severe diabetes should still monitor how apples fit into their carb goals. And if you are sensitive to fructose, start with small portions to see how your body responds. The best way to enjoy apples is simple. 1 medium apple a day is enough to get the benefits without overloading sugar or calories. Eat the peel whenever possible, because that is where most of the antioxidants live. Choose apples that feel firm and heavy for their size, and store them in the refrigerator to keep them crisp longer. If you want variety, try slicing apples into warm oatmeal. The fiber from both ingredients works together to support healthy digestion and blood sugar. You can also pair apple slices with a small spoon of almond butter. The combination of healthy fats and fiber helps maintain stable energy levels, which indirectly supports kidney health. A few quick reminders. Rinse apples well if you are sensitive to wax coatings. And if you take medications that interact with high-fiber foods, talk with your doctor about timing your servings. I'm Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. If you find this helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and share so others can protect their kidney health too. Now that we have covered a gentle, everyday fruit, let's move on to the next superfood, one that brings even stronger antioxidant power. Blueberries are one of the most powerful kidney-friendly fruits you can eat. They are gentle on your kidneys, rich in antioxidants, and support overall health in a way very few fruits can match. For older adults, especially those watching their kidney numbers, blueberries offer protection that goes beyond basic nutrition. Their strength comes from compounds called anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color. These antioxidants help defend kidney tissue from oxidative stress, which is one of the silent processes behind declining kidney function. Blueberries are also high in vitamin C and fiber. Vitamin C supports immune health, while fiber helps stabilize blood sugar and reduces inflammation. All of this eases the workload on your kidneys and supports long-term kidney wellness. Even so, blueberries should be eaten in moderation. Large servings may raise blood sugar in people with diabetes, and some individuals with sensitive digestion may experience bloating. Frozen blueberries are generally safe, but sweetened varieties can add unnecessary sugar. If you are monitoring carbohydrate intake, keep track of your portions. The best way to enjoy blueberries is simple. 1/2 cup to 1 cup per day is enough to get the benefits without going overboard. You can eat them fresh, frozen, or gently warmed. When buying fresh berries, choose ones that are firm, dry, and evenly colored. Store them in the refrigerator and rinse only before eating to prevent mold. For variety, try adding blueberries to plain yogurt. The protein and probiotics in yogurt pair well with the antioxidants in the berries. Another option is blending a small handful into a kidney-friendly smoothie with spinach alternatives like kale or romaine for those watching potassium intake. These combinations offer a steady release of energy without overwhelming your kidneys. A few reminders. If you take blood-thinning medications, discuss berry intake with your doctor to avoid unexpected interactions. And if you follow a low-sugar or low-carb plan, adjust portions to fit your goals. If you have never tried blueberries, comment 0 below. If they are already part of your routine, comment 1 so I know how many of you are benefiting from this simple superfood. Next, let's look at a food from the ocean known for supporting both heart health and kidney health. It brings healthy fats that many older adults simply do not get enough of. Fatty fish rich in omega-3 seconds are some of the most supportive foods you can choose for long-term kidney health. They nourish your heart, calm inflammation, and give your kidneys a gentler environment to work in. For many older adults, adding the right fish to the weekly routine can make a meaningful difference in how the body handles waste, fluid, and blood pressure. The key is the omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, like salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, and albacore tuna. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation throughout the body. When inflammation goes down, the kidneys do not have to filter as many inflammatory byproducts. Omega-3 seconds also support healthier blood vessels, which makes it easier for blood to flow smoothly through the kidney's tiny filters. They even help lower triglycerides, a type of fat that can place extra stress on your cardiovascular system and, indirectly, your kidneys. Even though these fish are incredibly healthy, there are a few things to watch out for. Some types, especially large predatory fish, may contain higher levels of mercury. Eating too much at once can upset your stomach if you are not used to higher fat foods. And if you take blood thinner medications, discuss omega-3 rich diets with your doctor to avoid unexpected interactions. The best way to enjoy these fish is in moderate portions. 1 to 2 servings per week is enough for most people to gain the benefits without overdoing it. Choose wild-caught options when possible, and bake or grill them instead of frying. If you buy canned fish, look for low-sodium or no-salt added varieties to keep your kidneys from dealing with unnecessary sodium. For variety, try mixing canned salmon with a small amount of Greek yogurt and herbs to make a light spread. This gives you protein, omega-3 seconds, and probiotics in one easy meal. Another option is adding flake sardines into a warm vegetable soup. They blend smoothly and add minerals your body needs without overwhelming your kidneys. If you regularly eat omega-3 rich fish, comment 1 below. If it's something new for you, comment 0 so I know who might benefit most from simple changes like this. Up next, let's move from the ocean to the garden and look at a fruit that brings sweetness, antioxidants, and gentle kidney support all in one bite. Strawberries are another gentle, antioxidant-rich fruit that your kidneys can truly appreciate. They offer sweetness without overwhelming your blood sugar and bring powerful nutrients that help protect your cells from everyday wear and tear. For older adults looking to support their kidneys in a simple, enjoyable way, strawberries are an easy addition. Their benefits come from a blend of vitamin C, fiber, and plant-based antioxidants. These compounds help reduce inflammation and support healthy blood vessels, both of which are important for kidney function. The natural antioxidants in strawberries also help protect your tissues from oxidative stress, a process that slowly affects kidney health over time. And because strawberries are relatively low in calories and sugar compared to many other fruits, they offer flavor without adding extra strain on your kidneys. Still, moderation matters. Eating too many can raise blood sugar if you are sensitive to carbohydrates. Some people with digestive sensitivities may experience bloating or discomfort when eating large servings, and sweetened or syrup-packed strawberries can contain far more sugar than your kidneys need. So stick to fresh or unsweetened frozen options. To get the best results, aim for a half cup to 1 cup per day. Enjoy them fresh. Rinse them just before eating, and store them in the refrigerator with good airflow to prevent mold. Look for berries that are bright red with a fresh green stem. Soft or watery berries spoil quickly and may not give you the same nutritional value. For variety, try adding sliced strawberries to a small bowl of oats for a fiber-rich breakfast that supports steady energy. Or mix them into a spinach-free spring salad with romaine and almonds for a refreshing meal that keeps potassium in check. These combinations bring antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats together in a way your kidneys can easily handle. If you take certain medications that interact with high vitamin C foods, or if you follow a very strict sugar-controlled diet, talk with your doctor about the right portion for you. If strawberries are new to your routine, comment 0 below. If they are already in your diet, comment 1 so I know how many of you are enjoying this kidney-friendly fruit. Now that we have explored 4 powerful foods that almost anyone can enjoy, let's move into the next group. These foods are packed with nutrients too, but they require more caution, especially if you are on dialysis or following a low-potassium plan. Let's take a closer look. Spinach is a nutrient-dense leafy green that offers impressive benefits for your overall health. It delivers vitamins and antioxidants that support immunity, vision, and cellular repair. But when it comes to kidney health, spinach is a food that must be enjoyed with awareness. It brings valuable nutrients, yet its natural mineral content can become challenging for people with certain kidney conditions. Spinach is rich in vitamins A, C, and K, along with folate and magnesium. These nutrients help reduce inflammation, support healthy blood vessels, and promote strong immune function. The beta-carotene in spinach also acts as a protective antioxidant. All of this helps lower the stress your body places on the kidneys. However, spinach is naturally high in potassium, and for individuals with reduced kidney function, high potassium foods can become difficult to manage. When potassium builds up, it can affect nerves, muscles, and heart rhythm, which is why this vegetable is placed in the caution category for many kidney patients. Because of that, spinach should be eaten in moderation, especially for anyone on dialysis or following a potassium-restricted diet. Eating large servings, drinking spinach smoothies, or juicing raw spinach can overwhelm your system with more potassium than your kidneys can safely handle. And for those taking medications that interact with vitamin K, such as blood thinners, consistent intake should be discussed with a healthcare provider. If spinach is part of your diet, a small cooked portion is usually easier to manage. Cooking reduces volume and helps you control exact serving sizes. Avoid raw spinach juices or large salads if you are limiting potassium. Choose fresh leaves that are crisp and deep green, and wash them thoroughly before cooking. Store them loosely in the refrigerator to help maintain freshness. For variety, try adding a small amount of chopped spinach into a mixed vegetable soup. This blends the nutrients without creating a high potassium load. Another option is replacing raw spinach salads with romaine or iceberg lettuce to keep potassium levels lower while still enjoying a leafy vegetable dish. If spinach is something you eat often, comment 1 below. If you usually avoid it because of potassium concerns, comment 0 so I know how many of you are navigating this challenge. Up next, let's look at another popular food that is delicious and nutritious, but also high in potassium, especially for those managing kidney disease. Sweet potatoes are a comforting, nutrient-rich food that many people enjoy. and they bring real benefits for energy, digestion, and overall wellness. But when it comes to kidney health, they fall into the category of foods that require careful portion control. They are packed with vitamins and fiber, yet their naturally high potassium level can become challenging for people with reduced kidney function. Sweet potatoes stand out because they are rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and beta-carotene. These nutrients help support your immune system, protect your cells from oxidative stress, and promote steady energy throughout the day. The fiber in sweet potatoes also supports stable blood sugar, something your kidneys appreciate. When blood sugar stays balanced, your kidneys work under less pressure, and your overall metabolism becomes easier to manage. However, sweet potatoes contain significantly more potassium than many other common vegetables. For healthy kidneys, this is not usually a problem, but for anyone on dialysis or following a potassium-restricted plan, even a medium sweet potato can exceed safe limits for the day. Eating large servings, drinking sweet potato smoothies, or using sweet potato powders can push potassium levels up quickly, something your kidneys may struggle to filter. People with diabetes should also watch portions, since sweet potatoes can raise blood sugar if eaten in large amounts. To use sweet potatoes safely, keep servings small. A few thin slices baked or boiled can help you enjoy the flavor without overwhelming your potassium intake. Boiling sweet potatoes and discarding the water can lower potassium content slightly. Choose smaller potatoes when shopping. Store them in a cool, dark place, and avoid dishes loaded with added sugar, butter, or marshmallows if you are watching overall kidney health. For variety, try adding a small spoonful of mashed sweet potato to a soup. This thickens the broth naturally and spreads the potassium across multiple servings. Another option is mixing a small amount of sweet potato with other lower potassium vegetables like cauliflower to create a lighter mash that is easier on your kidneys. If sweet potatoes are something you eat regularly, comment 1 below. If you tend to avoid them because of potassium concerns, comment 0. So I know how many of you are navigating this balance. Next, let's look at a leafy green that offers outstanding nutrition but requires the same level of caution, especially for those managing chronic kidney disease. Kale is one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can add to your diet. It is packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall wellness. But when it comes to kidney health, kale belongs to the category of foods that require mindful portion control. It offers real benefits, yet certain components can become challenging for people with advanced kidney conditions. Kale stands out because it contains high levels of vitamins A, C, and K, along with calcium and powerful antioxidants like carotenoids and flavonoids. These nutrients support immune function, help protect your cells from oxidative stress, and promote healthier blood vessels. All of these factors indirectly support your kidneys by reducing the burden of inflammation and improving overall circulation. However, kale also contains a significant amount of potassium. For individuals with healthy kidneys, this is generally not a concern. But for those on dialysis or following a potassium-restricted plan, kale can push potassium levels too high. The vitamin K in kale is another consideration. If you take blood thinner medications, consistent kale intake can interfere with how well those medications work. So it is important to discuss it with your healthcare provider. Eating very large servings, juicing kale, or blending it into smoothies can add more potassium than your kidneys are prepared to handle. To enjoy kale safely, use modest portions. A small handful cooked or lightly sautéed can provide nutrients without overwhelming your potassium intake. Cooking kale reduces its volume, making portion control easier. When choosing kale at the store, look for crisp, dark green leaves without yellowing or wilting. Store it in the refrigerator with slight airflow to keep it fresh longer. For variety, try adding a small amount of chopped kale to a hearty vegetable soup. This spreads the potassium across multiple servings. Another option is mixing a little kale with lower potassium greens such as romaine or butter lettuce. This gives you some of kale's nutrients without the full potassium load. If kale is already a part of your routine, comment 1 below. If you avoid it because of potassium or medication concerns, comment 0. so I can understand how many viewers are managing these issues. With this final food in the caution category, we have now covered the full list of 7 kidney-related superfoods. Next, we will bring all of this together and help you make sense of how to build a simple, kidney-friendly routine that works for your daily life. We have covered a lot today. You learned what your kidneys do, how they work, and the 7 superfoods that can support them. Apples, blueberries, omega-3 rich fish, and strawberries offer gentle, everyday protection. Spinach, sweet potatoes, and kale can also be helpful, but they need to be enjoyed in moderation, especially for those managing potassium or advanced kidney conditions. Simple foods, simple choices, and steady habits can make a real difference. But here is the truth. Kidney problems often progress silently. Many people feel fine until their numbers suddenly change. And by that time, the damage may already be moving faster than expected. That is why taking action now matters. Not next month. Not when symptoms appear. Your kidneys need support long before trouble shows up on a lab test. The good news is that you do not need huge changes. You do not need complicated diets or expensive supplements. Start with one small shift. Add a fruit a day. Replace one high-sodium meal with something fresh. Choose a serving of fatty fish once a week. Small steps done consistently are far more powerful than big changes you cannot maintain. And remember, your health journey is unique. What works for someone else may not be right for you, especially if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or kidney disease. This video is for education, not medical diagnosis. Always speak with your doctor or healthcare team before making major adjustments to your diet or medications. If you found this helpful, I would love for you to join our community. Subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. And if you want to keep learning, stay with me. I have another video that will help you take the next step in protecting your kidneys and improving your health one simple choice at a time.